Hello Gemini, welcome to my channel Love It or More. This is going to be your September 2022 reading for Sun, Moon and Rising. My apologies for last month in August. I did all the readings twice over, but we had technical problems and it just simply wouldn't publish. So you didn't have your reading for last month. I did do them, but it was beyond my control, so apologies for that. However, on the plus side, this is going to be a one-of-a-kind reading because for the first time ever I will be using my own Love It or More deck, which I created myself. This is my own artwork, and there is only one print of this currently before it gets published. So I hope you enjoy it and let's see how it pans out. Just to be mindful, this is a general reading. It won't resonate with everyone, so take what does relate to you and leave the rest behind. Energies are non-gender specific as well. We will start off with the sound bowl for about 20 seconds just to tune into the energy. So if you'd like to take a nice breath in and exhale, okay Gemini, let us see what September has in store for you. We will have three rows. The first row will be your current energy, second row will be anything that's unseen, any obstacles or challenges, and then the final row will be the outcome for the month of September. So current energies for Gemini, please. Number one, the Magician, very powerful energy there. Unseen as the Hermit, and then the outcome for the month for Gemini. Two cards here, the Hierophant and the Chariot. Oh, stepping up. Okay. So definitely starting off strong in the beginning of the month, okay? Being in full alchemy, being the wizard, essentially, about bringing all the resources that you have, all the elements into perfect union in order to orchestrate what you want and desire. The challenge here is the timing, really, the way you have to take time out to make sure that what you've wished for is actually what you want. The outcome is a Hierophant, higher learning, spiritual ascension, and then taking charge of that desire and making forward motion in it. Very victorious energy there with the Chariot. Okay, let us clarify. Okay, why is the Magician here, please? Thank you. Two of Wands. Okay. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Two of Swords. Okay. And the Ten of Cups. Okay, very interesting. Well, a very simple energy here for me, from what I can see, is you've got the power of the Magician with you at the moment to create whatever it is you want, but you don't know what it is. Okay, you're on the shore there. You've got two ships to choose from. Your bags are packed. You're ready to go. But which one do you choose? Similarly, with the Two of Swords, you kind of feel like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Go left or right. What is on the other side? What you want to manifest is your ultimate happiness, which makes sense. Everyone wants to do that. A happy home, happy environment, wish fulfillment, fortune after difficulty. Trouble is, you're not quite sure what that is. We will clarify a bit further, but you've got to be very clear in September about what you're focusing your thoughts on, because this seems very kind of undecided here. Okay, so you've got to be very clear. We've got to be very clear, because the Magician is really serving you at this time. So whatever you focus on, you bring about, right? So let's go with the Hermit. Perhaps that's why the Hermit is here, because you need to do that introspection to find out what that Ten of Cups means to you. I feel like everyone this month in September is really being called on to analyze within their heart space what happiness means to them. Often we use other, not the Judgment card, the bottom of the deck there. Sometimes we use material successes or recognition from others to determine our happiness, but really we are all being called at this time to figure out what brings us peace, because what brings us peace is happiness, and the definition of peace is feeling connected and loved, okay, and being in full acceptance of no matter what happens, you're connected, supported and loved. The Hermit, please. Thank you. Seven of Cups again. Oh my goodness. All these options available to you. Okay, it could be a bit of a daydreaming state where you're looking at the different panes, the different panes in the church window, the stained windows over there represent different treasures in a way. Where do you put your energies? And that's what you're trying to suss out. Okay. What else do we have, please, for the Hermit? Knight of Swords. Now we have some communication backwards and forwards. Quite a magical energy there with the I think it's just that we need. Anything else? Okay, we've got another one. And the Hierophant. Very nice. We've got the Hierophant twice. So this is my card for channeling information as well. So the Hierophant often talks about higher learning, organization systems, the higher structures that be. So that can be in the physical world, or that could be on a spiritual level. But it does seem to me that there's communication coming in, some almost light codes, downloading information from your higher self or from other spiritual beings. And I think that's going to help you to recognize what that Ten of Cups means to you. Because it's communication, you are being communicated to, and potentially in your sleep time as well. Right, let's go to the Hierophant here. For this one, at the outcome for September. What's the Hierophant all about, please? Clarify the Hierophant, thank you. We have Seven of Swords, and we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so it feels to me like there may be a situation. Now this Hierophant is sort of separate to this Hierophant. This Hierophant here is really coming into understanding of it feels, we will clarify, but it feels to me like there is someone maybe just surrounding you. There's someone surrounding you that doesn't have your best intentions, okay? I wouldn't normally say it because I don't normally focus on these sorts of petty things. I usually focus on healing and love, but I have to read it because it is here. There seems to me that there's someone who doesn't have your best interests at heart, to do with an organization that you are connected to, right? Is asking you to step into the Queen of Wands energy. Now it could actually be the Queen of Wands energy, which would be a type of boss fiery energy, but I'm more strongly feeling that it's your energy that you'll be stepping into to overcome this. Let us go to the Chariot. Thank you. The Hermit again, right? Okay, so thrusting forward and driving forward is not only going to offer you philosophical opportunities, time out to kind of really get to grips with what your happiness means to you, but I do believe that once you take the Chariot and drive forward with lots of pace, momentum and forward motion, it is going to enable you to really figure it out on a much deeper level, and you have done the work in order to do so. So you feel but a lot more kind of self-assured to go, okay, well, I'm driving forward. I may not have all the answers, because in the beginning it's like you're looking for the answers, but that's not how life works. We need to sometimes just take that step. We can always deviate later down the line, but sometimes no decision is the decision as well, which is what that Two of Swords is all about. If he doesn't move forward, he goes nowhere, okay? So it does feel to me like you're taking that leap of faith in a way to charge forward with what you feel strongly about now, having done this work over here. And it means that you know that even if it feels like the wrong decision, know that you'll gain lots of truth and enlightenment from it. What else for the Chariot, please? We have King of Pentacles. So very promising charge forward, okay? Planning ahead, setting things in stone, in the ground, working hard. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, something is dead, done, and over with. So you're saying goodbye to something. You're no longer accepting a certain kind of anxiety with regards to it. You're no longer accepting the mental anguish that comes with it. It could be through the King of Pentacles, but we will clarify. Okay. More so, it feels like you're taking a step up. You're taking charge now. You're standing in the King of Pentacles energy. So initially where it was a bit feisty, now it moves into a more solid state because it's an earth sign. And you're ready to say goodbye. And goodbye in the sense of not sort of turning away from something, but just coming into full understanding that something's over with. Okay? And that would mean that you have made that decision, which ship to go on. Let's go to the Two of... way too many cards. I'll take the Emperor, but way too many cards there. Okay, the Emperor. Well, that makes perfect sense. The Two of Wands clarified by the Emperor is basically, you feel a little bit like at a stalemate of like, what I want. It's like being a bit too... Okay, the energy is supporting you with the Magician, so you've got to be very careful of what you want here. But I think, if possible, try not to put too much pressure on yourself to know what the end result is. Okay, the Emperor really does plan ahead. He uses all of his disciples to, he delegates all of his work to kind of get where he wants to go for the betterment of all. But you can't always know that in the beginning. So I'd be very careful. If you focus too much on worrying about what the outcome may be, it could end up preventing you from actually stepping forward. All right, let's go to the Two of Swords. Thank you. King of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. Ah, okay. So this feels like it's like something has been offered to you, and I would say it's a pretty strong offer. It comes from a very charismatic person, a leadership energy. I don't feel like the King of Wands is you. I feel like it's someone around you. It could be a boss figure, it could be a romantic partner. Remember, gender non-specific. But this person is really offering you this this Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles is something that you can nurture into the ground, something that you can create longevity to and receive a lot of payout in the long term. Okay, but you don't know whether you want to take that option. All right, so it's that's why you feel a bit undecided. Okay, you're not sure if that opportunity is going to get you to your Ten of Cups. You're not sure, but I would trust in the Magician at the moment. All right, so let's clarify the Ten of Cups. Thank you. We have Page of Pentacles, which is similar to that one, and we've got Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so you are really wanting to create that long-term sense of security and happiness in the home. Okay, all of these cards are pretty much saying the same thing. It's like you're getting a gift coming in which is really, really healthy and happy for you, and it's going to stand the test of time. But I think what's happened here is that you brought this into full manifestation by being in the Magician energy, which is really positive. But I think you're just doubting yourself now. Okay, I feel like you are you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Okay, you know that what you want is to create this happy home. We've got two family homes over here. It's very connected with like home and family and emotions and relationships in that family aspect. But it does feel like you're kind of giving yourself too much, putting yourself under too much pressure to know what the end result is. So I would say the King of Wands and that Ace of Pentacles is a very promising energy to be in. I would just say don't just take that first step, okay? Because these cards have actually turned up is a really positive omen. They wouldn't have turned up unless that energy was available for you. So it's a really nice way to start the month off, Gemini. Right. Let's go to the Seven of Cups. And clarify the Seven of Cups, what you're daydreaming about. Okay. With the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Swords, Three of Cups, and King of Swords and Death card. Right. Huge transformation coming up. Right. So you really are dreaming about what this Wheel of Fortune means for you, because all of these cards are very positive, really kind of speak of abundance, speak of having more than enough, happiness, fortune after difficulty, all of that sort of stuff. But you're trying to kind of weigh up the options over here, and that's the internal introspection, because you know that you're seeing the truth now in certain areas of where you can put your energies, and that's why you need that hermit time. You know, you need that time to kind of really gain that wisdom. You've got the wisdom to do so. You don't have to be waiting, okay? But you know that whatever step that you do is ultimately going to turn into a huge transformation in your life. And you perhaps you're like, oh God, I don't know if I'm ready for the huge transformation. But because the Wheel of Fortune has turned up, it's basically saying that the time is now, right? The time is now. Now, the King of Swords may talk about you having to do a bit of, a bit more, you may need to gather a bit more information, all right, about all of these different options before you take that next step. But I wouldn't stay too long in this energy, because I feel like things have a bit of a fast momentum to it over the course of September. So you really are weighing up your pros and cons here, but I would say ultimately it's all pro, all pro. It's just it just requires you to take that first step, okay? Try and get out of your head a little bit about it and just follow the heart a bit. So let's go to the Knight of Swords, because we've got this communication coming in, which could definitely be connected to this channeling. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so it's news is coming in, and it almost feels like if this was channeled information from Spirit, this would be kind of information coming in about saying slow and steady wins a race, in terms of look at the details of things, okay? Be methodical about things. How does it work on a practical level? That's what they're trying to tell you, and that's what you're trying to suss out, because you've got the Magician, which is a kind of ethereal quality energy around you, but now you need to implement that in the physical space. So lots of news coming in, also requiring you to do just some boring work, basically. Just make sure the basics are covered. You know, you're sleeping, you're eating, your balance between your friends and your family, all of that sort of stuff. Try and make sure that you keep a handle on that, and that kind of rhythm and that sort of ritual and routine is the thing that will give you the balance to sort of take the next step, right? Let's go to the Hierophant. We've got Eight of Cups, okay? Walking away from something that no longer serves you. Anything else? And the King of Pentacles again. So in some ways, so there's two things going on over here, okay? And because it's a general reading, I have to say the two things, because one will resonate with one group of people rather than the other. The Hierophant, what you really are choosing to do is you're choosing to walk away from the Eight of Cups towards the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups would be the next card in this, which would be wish fulfillment. You're choosing to walk away in order to find your own sense of long-term sense of security. And the reason why I say that is because all of these cards represent that. For others of you, it may be walking away from this person, if this is a person in your life. So for some of you, this is a person in your life. For others, this would be an energy that you're embracing at the moment, okay? And you're seeking higher understanding of that. Let's just see if we've got to get a bit more on this. Anything more, please, for the Hierophant with these two cards? Just want to see. Thank you. Yeah, the world. We've got, sorry, I say the world because he's holding a globe. He's holding the world there. You see, he's a bit too timid at the moment, a bit too sort of apprehensive to take that next step. He's standing at the top of his castle. He's ticked all the boxes, bought all the t-shirts, but he didn't quite really enjoy the journey of where he is. And now he's looking out into the distance about where to put his next money, next energy in. All right. So, it's about being practical. We got the Knight of Pentacles there. It's about being practical because the energy is so, the Magician is so kind of like unseen, and because this dream quality of the Seven of Cups is so kind of ethereal and you know, it's not set in stone. It's about doing the introspective work and kind of figuring out what is it that I practically need to do, that regardless of what choice I make, those things need to be covered. Get on and do that, because that will enable you to shift out of a sort of a sense of stagnancy. Let's go to the Seven of Swords, please. What is the Seven of Swords all about, please? We have Nine of Swords. Okay, and the Queen of Wands, thank you. Page of Swords with the Nine of Swords over there. And the Queen of Wands, please. Thank you. Eight of Swords. Anything else? Okay. And the Seven of Swords again. All right. So there definitely seems to be something, I would say a bit deceitful in within an organization that you're connected to. So this could even be work, but it can be a different organization if you do charity work, or if you do if you're kind of doing a group collaboration, anything that's got a bit of a system attached to it and a structure that you're like kind of contributing towards in some degree. There has been a bit of, I would say, backstabbing and a bit of anxiety, and that's coming out at the end of the it feels like you're getting the information about that come the end of the month. All right, and maybe that's the thing that will help set you into the right decision over there. It could even be connected to this King of Pentacles, if this King of Pentacles is someone other than you. So it's a kind of feeling that's going to make you feel a bit like you're trapped, but you are not trapped, because you've got the strong energy still supporting you, and the energy doesn't just disappear. It shifts through into it sort of comes into your environment, reaches a peak, and then shifts out. So you can use energies to support you if you need to. But this is what you're coming into understanding, into higher awareness of. All right. Let's go to the Hermit, please, under the Chariot. Thank you. We've got Ace of Wands, Queen of Swords. I like it. The Strength card, yes, and the Four of Wands. Very nice. Okay, so again, it's almost like you go back on, it's like you're revisiting the beginning energy of the month come the end of the month, but you're reliving it from a much stronger standpoint, because now you're fired up and you're on your chariot and you're ready to go. Something has become much clearer to you, because you become clearer to yourself as you figured out all of this stuff, right? And you're ready to take charge and stand in your power. Now, it may require a bit of strength, it may require even longer hours, it may require a bit of bravery, and bravery is defined as something that we fear. Okay, so feel the fear and do it anyway, because what you really are charging towards is sort of a happy, solid home where things are more of a celebration. Okay, where things are a bit more solid, 4 pillars solidly in the ground. So that is what you have, having moved through that energy of the Hermit. Then you get this information come to light about this kind of sense of deceit, sense of kind of backstabbing, sense of someone not kind of really having your back. It informs you to move forward with a bit more grace, actually. Now, let's go to the King of Pentacles over here. Can we clarify the King of Pentacles, please? Thank you. We've got 9 of Wands and a 2 of Cups. So this could definitely speak of someone who is a love connection. It could also talk about a work partnership, but it feels like you're a bit at the end of the road with this. So even though with tarot you have multiple meanings and sometimes you have both meanings, even though this energy of the King of Pentacles talks about making long-term plans, which is what you had with the Emperor, and planning for your happy ever after over here, right? Particularly with the Chariot, you're making the momentum to do so. This does feel to me like somebody else, okay? Somebody else where you feel just a little bit kind of at the end of your tether with. You're a bit wounded, you're a bit battered, and a 9 talks about a natural ending. Now if we go from a 9 to a 10 of swords over here, it could be that something has come to an end with some sort of very close connection. It may also be a situation where there is a conversation between the two parties, and it may be difficult to do, okay, but you have to do it. It gets to that point where you have to do it. So no matter which direction you go in, it's creating that sense of closure. All right, let's go to the 10 of Swords, please. Clarify the 10 of Swords. Thank you. The Chariot again, and 6 of Cups. Okay, you are definitely moving away from something from the past. You're charging forward, not only towards your the feeling that you felt in the past of, you know, nostalgia in terms of a happiness. You know, you always look through the past with rose-tinted glasses. So there's nothing wrong about charging towards an energy that you remember as being exciting. But I do feel like you are charging away, you're moving away from this loss, okay, from something from the past. You're ready to say goodbye. This is a sense of coming to terms with that and moving on. So that's why it kind of makes sense to me now in terms of this beginning energy of the Magician, because you're wanting to make that step. You just don't know which way to go. You know what you want, but you don't know how to get there, okay? Do the work, do the introspection, because I do feel like information is coming, channeling in. Allow yourself room, time to really kind of navigate different options with that 7 of Cups, okay? You may come into full disclosure of or awareness of something that has not really had your back and was perhaps even deceitful or treacherous, okay? That can help you inform your decisions further. And then you're going to take that Ace of Wands, you're going to take that Chariot together with your white horse and your dark horse, your light and your shadow, and you're going to charge forward, okay? And what you're charging forward is towards your ultimate happiness, and your 4 of Wands there, but it's towards that and away from past pain. All right, so let us clarify, well, let us just get an oracle card just to close off the reading. Okay, what does Gemini need to know, please, for September for their highest good? Thank you. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. Okay, so these steps that you are making in September are really going to be empowering, but able to empower yourself, you need to kind of close off karmic agreements or contracts with other people and say goodbye. That's the only way you get back to you, you know, because what you're doing is you're removing the layers of experience and saying, okay, I've experienced them, but now I'm getting down deeper to myself. So this whole September, this charge forward, knowing that you want to step forward, playing with energies, seeing the people around you who haven't protected you, okay? You stand in your power with that Queen of Swords there, douche, call back your power, say goodbye, and ride your chariot forward. So I hope this helped you, Gemini. I wish you all the best for the month, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.